This is the season for summer camps in Maine, where kids can swim, canoe, play ball, and all sorts of other activities.
One camp is focused on helping bring peace to the world. Despite all the violence and strife around the globe, Seeds of Peace is still trying to foster change. 207's Don Kerrigan visited the camp 2 weeks ago. Hey, Don.
Hi, guys. Yes, we've followed Seeds of Peace for 30 years now, and we actually shot this story a little over a week and a half ago, but they asked us to not put it on the air until camp was over. And that's an indicator of the security concerns when you have campers from Israel and Palestine, as well as from other countries in the world that at least are in strife with each other. But at Seeds of Peace, they still firmly believe that talking to each other can lead to understanding and eventually peace.
I hate coffee.
At Seeds of Peace, no one has to walk alone. Here, teenagers from different worlds find others to share the journey.
What it did for me was helped me to recognize my own strength, potential.
Danielle White, who grew up in Maine, was a Seeds of Peace camper herself 7 years ago. She's now back helping this year's campers to talk.
These kids are bringing their big hearts, big energy into it.
The kids are here from countries at war, Israel and Palestine, and from places where war could start, like India and Pakistan. Danielle leads small groups in daily sessions called Dialogue.
One of my favorite Seeds of Peace quotes is "The enemy has a face," and that is what I think of when we're singing in dialogue and folks are sharing that's not what I heard growing up.
What too many of these kids have heard and seen growing up is violence or fear of it. Kendra Eubanks of Portland knows that, but lives a world away from it.
And emotionally, it's a lot, and hearing all the stories, because those are not things that you see every day in America.
Right.
For especially being a Mainer, you do not see that at all. So it's very sad to hear all the things going on and hearing personal experiences. So it's definitely hit my heart heavy.
But they're all really part of the same world, and they're kids. So they talk, but also share ideas through creating art and playing games like soccer and frisbee.
Just having a good time together is also incredibly powerful.
Teaming up with kids who would normally be on the other side, Counselor Matt Reisman, also a former camper, coaches them.
It can be incredibly simple, but also when you're yelling for the ball, you don't care about the war that's going on. You're just caring about engaging with what's in front of you.
Seeds of Peace held its first summer camp in Maine more than 30 years ago at a real summer camp in Otisfield, each time under the direction of Tim Wilson. This year and last, the camp has been on the campus of the Hyde School in Bath.
Lunchtime!
And Tim Wilson, now in his 80s, is still here. For the last time.
That's right, for the last time.
Stop.
They have 89 campers this year. It should have been more, but war and the world got in the way.
I applaud the senators in this state because we called them, when I say we, the executive director and other people, called and said help, because we had trouble getting visas.
Maine's U.S. senators helped get visas for campers from Israel, India, Pakistan, Jordan, and Egypt. But Palestinians faced big obstacles. They were required to be interviewed first at the U.S. Embassy in Israel.
Couldn't get into Jerusalem because of the Iranian situation, bombs coming back and forth, so they shut down the Israeli embassy.
Most of the Palestinian campers could not come.
We have some kids here from Palestine because they happen to be in schools here.
That includes Yanya. Her family escaped Gaza to get to Egypt, and she is now at a boarding school in Connecticut. She says the dialogue at camp is good.
I'm a person who loves to hear other people's perspective and thoughts. Maybe you're wrong, maybe you're right. It's not like a debate. It's more about learning and sharing. It's we talk about history, we talk about what's going on right now. We learn their perspectives.
And from Israel is Shalom, almost 16. His name means peace. Do you think, is it Is it possible to bring peace between your country and Palestine?
Yes, I do believe it is possible. I think that nobody can get what they want. A lot of people would have to suffer, maybe give up on some of their traditions or even their beliefs. But I believe that it starts here with dialogue. That's what we do here, and that's the most important value, in my opinion, just to discuss and just see others' pain and understand it.
That is what Seeds of Peace has been doing for 30 years. 8,000 kids so far, says Tim Wilson.
Those kids are here right now. When you look at them, when you talk to them, they're hoping, they're praying. That's your hope. It's that those kids, those young people, do the right thing.
Peace has been a difficult crop to raise, but this camp keeps planting those seeds, keeps hoping peace can grow. They say the Seeds of Peace camp will be back next year for a 31st year. Not certain if it will be again at the Hyde School or at another location. But you know, talking to those kids is so impressive, and the level of commitment, and especially those two kids, the boy from Israel, the girl from Palestine. They're talking to me so maturely. These are teenagers. And they're talking to me in what for them is a foreign language.
It's hard not to get emotional hearing their stories and knowing that, you know, we can only see what's happening through our TVs and through the images that are shared, but to hear them say, you know, we just want understanding, we just want to communicate and understand people more, it's really telling.
Yeah.
Thank you, Don.
Look.